So here we have the numerical on eccentricity about two principal axes. Till now we have done about one principal axis, so calculations were quite easy. This is addition of one more step, okay, which we have learned. We have learned that concept. So let us apply that here. Example 7, this had appeared in November 2017 question paper for 6 marks. A rectangular column 250 mm wide. So let me draw this. 250 mm wide by 400 mm deep has to transmit a load of 150 kilonewton. So the load is given here as 150 kilonewton. The load acts at an eccentricity of, so let us mark this x axis and y axis. This is going to be x axis, this is going to be y axis. Okay, so the load acts at an eccentricity of 25 mm about both the axes. Okay, so it is 25 mm from both the axes. That means here the quadrant it is acting is not given. So let us assume that it lies in the first quadrant, okay, in this quadrant. So that means the load is somewhere here, load is somewhere here, and this is 25 mm about both the axes. So and this is also 25 mm. That means this is Ex, okay, this is Ex value and this is Ey value. Okay, so we have Ex value and Ey value as 25 mm. What is asked to find? Determine the stresses at 4 corners of the column. So now we have to find the stresses at 4 corners, this and this. Let us name them A, B, C and D. Okay, so now first of all we have to find the stresses, bending stresses as well as axial stress. Okay, so let us calculate. First step here, step 1 is axial stress or direct stress. So this is equal to stress A is equal to P by A. What is the value P? P is 150. I am converting kilonewtons to newtons here. Divide by area of the section, 250 into 400. Okay, so this value is, after calculating you get millimeter square. Okay, second one, bending stress at about x axis. Okay, this is FB, bending stress about x axis. So here it is. So what is this value? Mx divided by Zx, m by z. So about x axis, so I am writing it clearly, x and x. What is mx? Mx is equal to, now I'll just draw this here. Okay, I will mark x axis. Okay, load is somewhere here, right? Load is somewhere there. Now this is the load P. So it is acting about, so this rotates about this line, about x axis, and this is at distance 25 mm, that is Ey distance. Okay, so what will be mx value? P into Ey. So that is going to be 150 10 cube into 25 mm. That's that is 375 into 10 raised to 4 Newton millimeter. Okay, so we have calculated this. Now Zx is Ixx divided by y of y. So what is Ixx? About this axis we have taken about this, so it is b d cube by 12. So Ixx will be b d cube by 12. So what is b? 250 into 400 cube by 12. This is very important, you have to take in the correct direction. Ey we have taken here, so b d cube by 12, it is about x axis, so that's why b d cube by 12. So this is 1.333 into 10 raised to 9 millimeter raised to 4. And what is yy? Yy is 400 divided by 2, so this is going to be 200 millimeters. So what is Zx? just divide this by this and you get Zx as 6.67 into 10 raised to 6 millimeter cube. Now simply substitute for Fbx, that is stress, bending stress about x-axis axis, mx 375 into 10 raised to 4 divided by Zx 6.67 into 10 raised to 6. So we get answer 0.562 Newton per millimeter square. Okay, this is second part done. Now the third part, bending stress about y axis. Now bending stress about y axis. Okay, this is equal to Fby, so I can write my divided by zy. So again we'll calculate what is my. My is, I'll draw the sketch again. This is about y-axis, so let me draw y-axis, vertical axis. Okay, load is somewhere here. This is at distance ex. So load is here, so it is rotating about this axis. So it is like this, it is like this, and load is somewhere here and it is rotating about this axis, about like this. Okay, so it goes like that. So it is P into Ex about this axis. So P into Ex. So this is going to be 150 into 10 cube, same as mx, because eccentricity and load both are same. So let me write it from there itself, Newton millimeter. Then we shall calculate Zx, sorry, Zy. Zy is Iyy divided by y of x. Just calculate Zx, Zy, Iyy divided by Zy, y of y. Okay, y of y. So Iyy about this axis, it is, this is parallel about y axis, so it is db cube by 12. So db cube by 12 is equal to 400 into 250 cube divided by 12. So this works out to be 520.83 10 raised to 6 millimeter raised to 4, and y of y is 250 divided by 2, so this is 125 mm. So what is zy? Zy is this divided by this. Let me write that. So zy is 4.167 10 raised to 6 millimeter cube. Okay, now finally stress my by zy. What is my value we have got? 375 into 10 raised to 4, correct, divided by zy is 4.167 10 raised to 6, and we get answer 0.9 Newton per millimeter square. Okay, now having been found out the values, axial stress, let me write them. Axial stress is found 1.5 Newton per millimeter square. Okay, Fbx, that is about x-axis bending stress, 0.562 Newton per millimeter square, and Fby, that is stress here, okay, about y axis, 0.9 Newton per millimeter square. Now we need to find the stresses about the four corners. So for that we have stress at the corner, total stress. Okay, let me write it like this, total stress at the corner. So suppose, okay, stress is equal to Fa plus or minus Fbx plus or minus Fby. Now where, so now where will it be plus and where will it be minus? So let us calculate Fa first. Okay, stress at A, total stress at A, load is somewhere here, right? So considering x-axis first, okay, Fa will be always there. Okay, I'll write for all the corners equation Fb, Fc and Fd. Okay, I have for all. I'll write fbx like this, fby, fbx, fby, again fa, fbx, fby. Okay, and now we have to just decide what is the sign conventions for that. So now for fbx, this is for fbx, okay, this one. So fbx, load is here. So when the load is here, just look at x-x axis, ignore y-y axis. When load is here, this portion will get compressed and this will start lifting. Okay, it's just that, okay, if you have a column like this, load is here, this presses, okay, this presses, so this get compressed, this side gets compressed and this side tries to lift, so tension. Okay, so that is why this, both this corner a and b, a b c and d, a and b for fbx about this axis, this side is positive. Okay, and this is trying to lift, going in tension, so this is minus and minus. Similarly, y-axis, let me draw this. Okay, now look at this sketch. Load is somewhere here. Consider this line where the two shades are distinguishing. This line is y-y axis, load is somewhere here. So this part is compressed, right side part is compressed. So B and C corner will go in compression. This part will lift. Okay, this part will lift like this. So this will be minus. So B and C compressed on this side. Okay, so plus here, and this will be minus, lifted at A and D this side. So now let us calculate this. We have the values, so simply substitute 1.5 plus 0.562 minus 0.9. So this comes out to be 1.162 Newton per millimeter square. Here FA is again 1.5 plus 0.562 plus 0.9. So this is equal to 2.962 Newton per millimeter square. Similarly, FA 1.5 minus 0.562 plus 0.9. So this is 1.838 Newton per millimeter square. And finally 1.5 minus 562 minus 0.9, and we get answer 0.038 Newton per millimeter square. So all the values are positive in nature, so all the corners are getting compressed. There is no tension when they are analyzed together. So that means, okay, let me draw this. This is a column, suppose. Okay, see, this is A, B, C and D corner. So at A, this is getting compressed, this edge is also getting compressed, this edge is getting compressed, and this also getting compressed. So it is something like this. Highest value here 2.962, 1. Okay, this is compressed. Okay, C, at C joint it is 1.838, and here the value is, so this is how the stress distribution would be. So this all area is getting covered. This is how you have to find out the corners at the stresses at all the corners. This completes the problem.